We're on set today of Blue Flame, a Vancouver-made production by Quinton Barr. Quinton is getting his makeup and attire together.
Ancient warlock runes.
What's going on here, Quinton?
These are my ancient warlock runes for my character, James Dowling. He is a, well, you'll soon to know, a drunken Slav that gets pulled down into this world and gets introduced to these powers and creatures and all these different cool characters. And it's really fun, the dynamic intensity of all the different characters that are amongst this main cast.
So when you started out this production, Quinton, tell us, how did even the process of putting everything together? We know how hard that is. We've been seeing that you've been promoting and working at this for over a year, and now it's come to fruition. Today's your last day on set. How are you feeling about all of it?
You know, to be honest, I've been literally like telling everybody I don't want to be excited because it's not over yet. I've still got a full day of shooting, but honestly, I'm very proud and happy to call everybody a friend that's been working on here. You know, big shout out to the props and the makeup and set deck and like all the cast and crew. Like everybody's just been like killing it. As far as creation, this has actually been about 3 years in the running. I've been working on this for about 3 years, developing so much, you know, marketing and media and all this kind of stuff, right? So
I need you out there, Coach.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. We've done our homework. We're going to be premiering this on Amazon Prime, and then there's a couple of other good things in the works right now that we're in discussions with, so I just can't say too much right now.
Where did you start out in your career, Quinton? How did you even get into the world of entertainment?
Actually, ironically enough, I used to be a musician, which is a completely different field. But I felt at the time when, you know, some things kind of went awry, I decided not to follow that passion, and I actually ended up trading. Well, I actually called up a director that was doing a production. Excuse me, and I actually asked him, because I had no experience, if he wanted some music, and he actually said that they are looking for some music, some original stuff. So I asked him if I could trade a song for an audition, and he obliged. I auditioned, and that turned into from a principal role to a supporting role, and then the rest is history. I've just been chasing the acting bug ever since. When things got slow a couple years back, I just decided to start my own production company and kind of, you know, secluded myself, got rid of all my agents, and just worked really hard on my specific projects to really build this. And now everything you see here is, you know, the hard work of about 14 years of, of just going hard.
So when creating the project Blue Flame, did you see it as it is today, or how are you feeling about how it's all coming together, the characters, the story? We want to know all about it.
Well, when I'm not a proclaimed writer, and I will admit that. Like, I wrote the pilot. It was actually a short 25-page pilot, but then I've been working with my key writer, Frank Burmaster, for a little while, developing some other stuff, and he took a look at it and he wanted to, I guess, fill it out, so he did, and we just kind of ran with that. But ironically, with all the changes in a series that happen, like, kind of on set, it's kind of cool, the dynamic change that's kind of like developed over the last week. There's actually a lot of notes, which is really good, and I think that moving forward with all the other episodes that are already written, Frank and the other writing team are going to be able to really help hone in on what we've discovered for all the characters and how they're starting to develop. But I will say that I'm pretty happy with the way I cast, and that all the main cast, including the lead villains, we really just meshed as like a unit right away. Like, it was a very comfortable, fitting squad, and I'm pretty happy about that. So
being the producer being the producer of this project, being normally the actor, what are some of the big differences for you that you're experiencing from this project?
my head just never sleeps, I guess. Like everybody acting wise is going to be able to go home and just like feel like they can take a break, where I'm going to be working for the next month and a half on marketing and editing and, you know, distribution and all the other stuff that I have to take care of. But I'm just really proud that I finally got to really sink my teeth into something that I created, and it makes me happy.
So when you're doing your emotional scenes throughout this first episode, are there some things that you think about within your real life that get you there emotionally, or how is it you work as an actor?
I would say that I'm pretty method, and I pull from real life experience for sure. I mean, I definitely, I mean, I'll give away, like, I do cry on film a couple of times in this, and to get myself there is just, I just draw from things that I've experienced in the past, and, you know, I was raised pretty humbly, so I think about the times where, you know, you need that kind of support that you don't have, and it just, you know, bottles up, and you use that bottle and you explode it, and then it just kind of comes out, right? It's kind of hard to explain the process, I guess, as every actor is kind of different, but you know, once I'm there though, like it takes, you know, a few rehearsals. I'm pretty well open and very emotional throughout the whole day, so yeah, it's a pretty cool process though.
So let's dive into the storyline and the characters that James Dowling is next to throughout the whole project. Let's dive into that.
I mean, I can't give away too much because everybody's worked so darn hard on this, but I will say that, you know, James is definitely someone that is very lost and has hit rock bottom at the beginning of this pilot, and he is definitely pulled in every which direction after something that, like something serious happens to kind of like wake him up, and after being convinced that he's not who he thought he was and being dragged and or forced down this rabbit hole, he definitely is almost forced to meet all these different characters, and dynamically every character really stands on his own, and I'm pretty happy with that. Like, this is definitely a show that you know, vocally and visually, I think you'll enjoy watching everybody's story as it starts to unfold. So,
what's your advice for aspiring artists like yourself?
Just don't give up. Just no matter what anybody says, there's always going to be people that hate on shiny things. You know, throw rocks at people for no reason. Like, just don't give up. Just always push. And if it's something that you want, you can have it. You just have to work hard for it. That's all.
Well, we're really excited to see the pilot and continue to support you, Quinton. A lot of people are chatting about you within Alberta since you were on a TV show out there back in 2015. We've all been following you, so it's really cool to see that you're doing your own now.
Shout out to the old crew. Miss you guys.